everybody! Welcome to another edition of NCW, also known as New Comics Wednesday. If you haven't been with us before, we chat for a few minutes every Wednesday about Zenescope's newest releases. To find our newest releases, you will go to Zenescope.com and then press the button, New Releases, and then bam, New Releases. That's it. If you want to see past NCW episodes, you can check them out on our YouTube channel and make sure that you subscribe to that. Or you can head out on our Facebook channel, our Twitch channel. But as always, make sure that you share these, that you like them, that you comment so other people can find out about the latest updates with our newest releases. If you don't know who I am, I'm Amber and I am your host. And today we're going to be talking about GRIMM Fairy Tales number 54. Which I know that you guys are very, very excited about. Oh, I'm going through my banners. I got so many banners on here. There you go. And as always, there is 4 covers, but I will not be alone today. Today, I am with everyone's favorite Thanksgiving turkey, Ralph Tedesco.
Favorite Thanksgiving turkey?
Yep.
You calling me a turkey? Oh, I forgot to play my intro music.
Oh, are you going to play intro music?
I think I should have intro music from now on.
Okay, well, if you had intro music,
well, I've been using...
would it be In Time by the Bill and Ted song that you were obsessed with?
I love it. I love that, and I like the Fright Night song as well. I'd choose between those two. This doesn't look like The Office. You're not in The Office.
No, I'm not. I'm in the middle of traveling for Thanksgiving. And you'll know it's not an office because on this wall right here is a...
You just had a random Airbnb. You had a random Airbnb. You just stopped that for NCW.
I did. There's a terrible towel in here. That's how... Oh,
the Steelers? Who's the Steelers? Who's that from?
Don't worry about it. I know people.
Okay.
So, yep.
Twice have you been abducted.
So let's talk about the covers of GRIMM Fairy Tales. Again, it's $3.99. Okay. It's in our web store, or you can also buy it at your local comic shop, or you can get it on Comixology. Oh, look! I just want to shout this out really fast while it's on top of 9. Nernet's newsstand interview with you yesterday was really good. I loved it.
Where can we put a link? Do we have a link?
I can grab a link right now. Or do you want to go to our, you can go right now to our Facebook page, and I had posted it before. So why don't you just copy the link and drop it in here?
I could do that while you talk.
Thanks. Okay, so we have 4 covers today that we will be chatting about. Here is cover A. There we go. Here's cover A. Caught in the web. Ooh, web of lies. Ooh, creepy. Ooh. Okay, here's cover A. We got some action. Some more action in cover B. We get this more like side where we get to see like the cool side on her hair, which I really enjoy. And there's some really nice vibrant like yellow colors down here. And look, my hair kind of matches the top of this building, which is pretty wild. Here is cover C. This has got to be one of the best, like most vibrant covers we've had of the year. It's like bam.
I'm posting the interview link now, by the way.
Perfect. And here is cover D, also slamming. As always, comment in the comments and put what your favorite cover is. Ralph, what's your favorite cover this week?
Is what?
What's your favorite cover this week?
A. C, I like too, but it's tough. A, maybe.
What is like a cover that speaks to you? Like, what do you look for in covers?
If it's good.
Okay. But I mean, you were the past editor-in-chief of Zenescope. So like, how did you know that you were going to get a winner? And did you ever give direction? Like, explain this to me. Tell people behind the scenes here.
So it's like, when you don't have any art talent whatsoever, you think like, everything's pretty good compared to what I could do. Well, no, I don't have it. Honestly, I can't draw anything. So, but I know it was always for me. I always knew what I was like, even before I didn't have any formal artwork training of like how to be an editor, but I was always good at knowing what is publishable and what isn't, and like what is on the fence, and like I feel like with our covers, I just know. Usually, I'll know like that's it, but it's hard to like. It's like that thing that you can't explain. I can't. It's almost like when you hear a song and you're like, "Oh, that's a hit," or you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Um, you just kind of know, and like you know the artists who have it, like who are ready. There have been artists. Why are you laughing? There have been artists that haven't been up to par, and then I've seen them evolve over the years. I don't want to name names because that would be kind of mean, but there's a couple guys who I saw early on. I was like, they don't have it, and then later on, I see their work, and I'm like, wow, like they really got good. And it really is about practice.
Do you think that it's because one day they read Zenescope titles and like, oh, they don't have it, and then suddenly, 16 years later?
No, I don't think it's that.
Oh, did you guys always have it? Did I miss that?
We always had it.
You guys did always have it. Fantastic reads always here at Zenescope. Speaking of Grimm Fairy Tales, I'm going to read the synopsis in a second. However, there's some fun backstory about Grimm Fairy Tales and how it's our flagship series. And like I said before, Ralph dropped the link for the interview that he did with Nerdette yesterday, aka Tristan. So make sure you listen to that because I learned a lot of stuff actually about Zenescope, and I worked.
What did you learn?
I learned about this series that I want you guys to bring back. This like samurai series we're talking about. You're done. And I was like, oh, I'm pretty interested in that. And then I thought something else that was interesting was just the whole launch of things. Like I know the launch story, but I guess I didn't really know the launch story of like what it took for you guys to write a comic and how you kind of made that progress.
Yeah, it's very
it was a good interview. Lots of good questions.
You guys should check it out. And we'll bring Jindai. Maybe Joe would love to hear that you want to bring Jindai back. So Amber.
I haven't even read it. Like I'm very interested to read it actually.
Joe's baby, Jindai.
Okay, this world is different, and with it, the rules of everything Sky has known to be true has changed. As she fights for her life, one that weighs on the very survival of all existence, will she be able to adapt to her new surroundings and be the guardian of the universe that is not her own? Find out here when Sky takes on the Spider Queen.
The Spider Queen. Scary.
Spooky, spooky. So I'll dive right in. What was your favorite part of the book?
Good action.
Boiling anything.
A lot of action. It's I like the cyberpunk kind of look, that vibe of all the characters. Yeah, good action, good dialogue. I like Dave's writing. He keeps evolving as a writer. I think he keeps maturing as a writer. Very, very like succinct. You can jump in and get what's going on. I don't think you need a ton of backstory. I mean, listen, there's a lot of mythology. So jumping in at issue 54, it's not easy, but Dave does a really good job of kind of conveying what's happening as much as you can to jump into the middle of an arc. And that's not easy to do as a writer.
Speaking of, what is the current backstory happening with Grimm Fairy Tales? Like, how did we get to the point that we got to?
I don't know. What do you want from me? Well, right now,
I don't know. You co-own this company. You tell me.
Well, right now, it's like in this like where they have like Chang is working toward trying to bring Sky and Sky really is doing this sort of dimension hopping. It's almost like Sliders. It's almost like Sliders meets Grimm Fairy Tales right now. So like Sky is stuck in this loop of going to different dimensions, which is really fun to play with. So she goes to like the cyberpunk dimension. Now she's in a new dimension. At the end of this issue, you'll find out next issue what dimension she's in now, and it's just a fun way to like introduce these like new and other versions of these characters as well. Like you'll see, obviously, Robin Hood's. You have different. It's like the multiverse, right? So you have different types of Robins and different types of universes. fun.
It really feels, and you said Slider, but it really feels like Archer. So I don't know if you guys watch any of Archer.
I don't watch Archer, so I don't really know enough.
I love Archer. It is my dream to go as Katya one time for Halloween. So if you guys don't know who Katya is, she's a great character in Archer. Anyway, so in Archer, after he does his whole stint, and they end up doing like all these random one series. So like there's Dreamland, which is like they take place in Hollywood. Then there's Miami Vice, which is like takes place in Miami Vice. And they go to an adventure island, Danger Island, which is pirates. So it feels very much like that right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I think Dave enjoys it. Like he's having fun with it. And that's what you should, as a writer, if you're having fun with your concept, because it's hard. I mean, we've published so much Grimm Fairy Tales. I mean, there's so many issues. We're at, not including, and I said this in the interview yesterday, not including spinoffs, I think we're close to 200 issues, not even including all the other Grimm spinoffs we do. And like, so that's a lot of issues to keep things fresh. And I think like Dave does a good job of doing that with this series.
You mentioned yesterday in the interview that you originally saw this like maybe 6 issues, maybe 12. What does it mean to literally still have this series going on 16 years later and people to be still like so into it that it's one of our most popular series?
It's honestly, I mean, it's weird because you don't think about it a lot. Like it's not like you go, oh, I wake up every day and go, oh, we're at this many issues. But when you think back and you go, that's a rare thing for, especially an independent or any series to reach this point. Like even in Marvel and DC series don't always do that. It says a lot, you know, for the longevity of something like this. And it's really cool that like as I've taken a step back, it's something Joe and I created and took it to a point and then handed off to other writers and let them sort of take the lead. I mean, Joe and I are always involved at some level in creative. But then as we do other stuff, we let other people kind of take the lead and do what they want to do. Or Dave will have an idea and pitch it to us and we'll go, cool, go with it. Or give him a few notes. But like the fact that this has survived and there's people still digging what we're doing, I mean, it's really cool. It's really a cool feeling. It really is. And that's coming from like somebody who probably I wasn't really into comics. As also in the interview, wasn't really into comics growing up. So I didn't know the milestones of I didn't understand the milestone of comics. Like getting a comic to even finish an arc is hard. You know, if you look back at Jindai, that made 4 issues. You know, we didn't finish the arc. Sins of the Fallen was another early book we published, made 4 issues. We didn't get to finish it. Then you compare it to Grimm Fairy Tales, which has this many, it's kind of insane.
When you're recommending your stories to people, is Grimm Fairy Tales usually on the list?
My book?
I mean, like if somebody's new to Zenescope, doesn't know that much about the publisher, like
I mean, it's the flagship title. So I mean, I tell people you either start from the beginning, which is issue 1, the original OG Grimm Fairy Tale, or start at like issue 1. It's the new volume issue 1, which is Sky's story, right? It's Sky with Shang, and that's an easy place to jump in. So then you're not because we're up to issue 54 now, right? 54.
So we're talking about today.
Yeah, I was getting confused. I'm already confused. But like issue 54, so it's easier to digest 54 issues than it is 190 some issues, because the first volume went 100 really to 125, even though 101 to 125 was its own sort of arc with Arcane Acre arc. So I think if people want to dive in, it's easier to start with the new volume issue 1, Legacy, and then working their way up to 54. And then if you like that, then you can go back to the beginning and go, all right, let's see where this all started. That's what I think.
Do you have any Grimm Fairy Tale questions for me?
How much do you like Grimm Fairy Tales on a scale of 1 to 5?
Wow.
1 to 5 fairy tales. 1 to 5.
So I enjoy Grimm Fairy Tales because I really enjoy Dave's writing and I like to see where this is going. Although I'll admit it is hard because, and this is something
that we didn't jump in from the beginning.
this is something that we need to work on as a team, and I think we'll be better at. We need to do a better job explaining all the backstory, and hopefully more of that will come. Not in the books. Like Dave does a good job saying, like, make sure you read this book. I mean, as like on the website for somebody who might seem or feel really intimidated to jump into our flagship series, be like, oh my God, you're in 54 volume 2. And I know there's all these other randoms. Yeah. Plus, I know that you're also still doing like Grimm Spotlight and this and that. So there's so many side arcs that are also taking place. So we need to do a better job. And that's something that we're definitely going to focus on in 2022 of like, here's everything you need to know about this character or this or what's going on. So people don't feel so intimidated to just hop in.
This made me laugh. Matthew, that's funny. Well, that's not too bad. 150 books behind. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. Sometimes it's overwhelming. You know, and then we do others like Grimm Fairy Tales. You have the Swarm, and you have the other stuff that we've done as spin-offs. You know, and then a lot of our characters will enter the Grimm universe. So, like, if you're reading Robin Hood, she's always like she'll jump into the Grimm main story, right? But you don't need to read both to get everything. I'm sure there's people who just read Robin Hood stuff.
Yeah. What gets really, but especially with this year, a lot of the stories connected so much that you really did need to kind of like be like, okay, I read Robin Hood, and now this is connecting in Grimm Fairy Tales, and this is also connecting in Belle's story, which is also connecting. And I was trying to look back. I was creating a list of like my top 10 favorite reads of the entire year, and as I was creating the list, there was one story I kept looking for, but I couldn't remember what the story was because it involved so many of the characters. And I didn't remember, like, I know the opening involved Belle, but I was like, was it Belle's storyline? So then I found myself going back and rereading a lot of the stories to find out what the story that I really liked was.
Right. Yeah. No, I think like with there's just a lot of the cool thing is we've created so many cool, fun characters to play, like to have play in this playground. But like, yeah, I mean, I think any comic book company, any publisher sometimes is intimidating when they have a shared universe, like Marvel sometimes. Like for me, I wouldn't know where to start with Marvel sometimes because like I never grew up reading Marvel. So where do I go? What do you start with? I don't even know. Like I just know, okay, there's these characters that I know about, but like I don't. Yeah, so I think that's always been a tough bridge to connect, gap to bridge.
If this is your first time joining us and we're talking about Grimm Fairy Tales, this book is going to be a great read. However, you might get confused because there are a lot of our very popular characters in this universe and the storyline. However, they're not their normal selves because we've jumped to another universe. So make sure that you keep that in mind. If you're wondering why I won't say what character might be evil, but if you're wondering why a certain character is maybe not a good guy anymore, it's only because we're in a different universe. It's not because this character has suddenly become bad.
Sure. And I mean, that's the one thing. That's a good point because you could read it and be like, wait, when did she get evil? Yeah, good point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else that you'd like to say about Grimm Fairy Tales number 54?
Nah.
Nope. Again, Grimm Fairy.
Whatever.
Great
artwork. Who's the interior artist again? Do you have the credits in front of you?
Are we talking about
Grimm 54? Grimm 54 credits.
I can read you the list. I know Babasu's on this.
Okay. Babasu did the interior art.
Yeah, I think he does like all the Grimm Fairy Tales.
So good. He's really good. He's gotten even better. Like he was always good, but he's gotten really good. Like our interior artwork right now is just jamming with our guy. You should see. Why are you laughing? You should see. You're reading.
You say the word jamming.
Jamming. Get out of here. I need a new co-host. You should see, Amber, while you're laughing in the background, the All Guts No Glory interiors. The same artist who did Mango and the Bunny Man.
Was it jamming?
It was jamming. Yeah, it was jamming.
Again, we're talking about Grimm Fairy Tales number 54. That is $3.99. As always, for Grimm Fairy Tales, there are 4 covers. I'm going to run through these really quick. Here's cover A. This is cover B. This is cover C. And this is cover D. So, just get them all. Just get them all. You need them all. Yeah.
Do it.
Next week's release is going to be Myth and Legends, Blood of Pharaoh. And guys, this book, I read it yesterday. So good. Did you read this yet, Ralph?
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
It was really good.
I also helped create it.
I'm pretty sure that we're going to have Jenna Lynn Wright, the writer, on. If you don't know Jenna Lynn Wright, I had her on a few weeks ago to talk about Bachelorette Party, which was really good. And you guys also know that I have raved about the Patchwork Girl all year. Yes, Ralph.
I need a hand raise thing like we have in our...
Is this your show? Continue. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you were going to say something, and now I paused. Okay, he's left me. Does anyone care? Okay, so...
I heard that, Amber. That's not funny.
So, what were you going to say?
Blood Pharaoh. So, it has to do with this. I'll give a little hint. It has to do with the plagues.
It does. I love a good plague.
It was like that. That was sort of like when we were coming up with the story in the story conference. I was like, I want to do something with the plagues, but modernize it. So it does have some flashback, to ancient Egypt, but it modernizes the plagues, which is really.
I think it was honestly an epic story. It's fun because it takes place in college. I love a good college story. I'm like a sucker if I know a bunch of college kids are about to have to. I'm aware, Gary.
Get up there, Gary.
I'm aware. I would just like to say that I think that Ralph is a fantastic writer. I say it all the time. Today. I wish that Ralph wrote more because Ralph has written some of my favorite releases of this year.
Well, with the Courier.
Matthew, you gotta read Oz Patchwork Girl. It's so good. It's so good.
Jenna is really good.
Jenna is really good. I can't wait to see more of her work with us, and I really hope we continue to do a lot with her because I love her writing.
Jenna's great. Pat's back. He's good. Everybody's so good. Maybe I should retire.
I really wish that, the next thing you're writing is It All Got Snow Glory.
Yeah, comes out in January.
I know. I'd really like to see a lot more of your talent.
A lot more Tedesco writing. I'm gonna write. I gotta think what else. I gotta finish the Courier this year, and then I'll probably do a Tales of Terror because I like writing horror. So I'll go back to a Tales of Terror. I haven't written a Grimm Universe, like an actual Grimm Universe book in a long time, which is maybe I'll have to do something. Van Helsing versus Robin Hood, I think, was the last one. No, Hellchild. I lied. Hellchild, Blood Money. That was a Grimm Universe book.
So we'll go in full recap mode. Lots of stuff coming up. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So I hope you guys root for Dem Boys to beat the Raiders tomorrow. That's right. I was reading an article that's really interesting that everybody is giving the Cowboys some smack for losing to the Chiefs last week. And all I have to say, and this article was like, 2 of the teams they lost to went to the Super Bowl last year. And that's all I got to say about that. They lost to the Super Bowl teams. Okay. So I hope everybody is watching the Cowboys game. I'm going to put some serious money on it. So I'd really like to see the Cowboys turn out a really good performance tomorrow. On top of that, I will be running another race tomorrow, which is going to be a lot of fun. Probably shouldn't.
You're insane. Okay, can I say something?
Yes.
Amber's insane. She ran 2 full marathons within a month.
I did. I ran my last marathon. I ran the Philly Marathon on Sunday.
Now, I'm very proud of Amber because she did break 4 hours.
I did break 4 hours, which is like a 9-minute mile.
Philly Marathon, which is a big deal, which is very cool.
Thank you.
So you did great, and we're very proud of you at the office. However, you're going to kill yourself running another marathon this week, so stop it.
I'm running 5 miles tomorrow. It's a Manchester Road race, and actually it's televised. So if you live in the Northeastern region, you can watch the race at 9 a.m.
That sounds awesome. We'll be
forward.
Next
Wednesday.
You should be really proud of yourself that you broke 4 hours. That was really cool.
I honestly, I was doing some reflecting today, and I'm just so Thanksgiving is such a time to be so thankful. I'm going to get really emotional right now, but I'm just so thankful about everything that's happened in my life like a year ago and everything that's changed. And Really thankful that I get to run these incredible races. I'm very thankful that I have a fantastic boss like you. I'm very thankful that I get to work for an incredible company. I'm thankful for these amazing fans that we have. Yes, Ralph.
I have a question. I have a statement. A year ago today, I think we interviewed you.
I think so.
It's our anniversary. It's our interview anniversary.
Our interview anniversary. Ralph didn't want to hire me, but that's fine.
You were in a car, and I interviewed you. You were in a car.
I was driving to Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Thanksgiving. I remember that. And we interviewed over Zoom or whatever, not FaceTime, something. Yeah. A year ago.
A year ago.
Look at that.
I know. It's really awesome. It's a fantastic company that I work for. Okay, so
can we mention upcoming stuff, or are you getting to that?
That's what I literally keep trying to do. That's right.
You invited me on.
Look at this.
You invited me on. You're just gonna say I'm derailing. Robert, don't give her more of a big head. What?
I'm sorry. So they're talking about the book that I wrote in the comments. Actually, I wrote a story in that book and it was published. But funny enough, that book, the story, actually, if you go to my Instagram, not that you guys go to my Instagram, but the story was featured in Chicken Soup for the Soul's featured story today. So I have a link to it. And I think it's in the bio of my Instagram. Just FYI. Okay, moving forward. So next Wednesday, if you're not a VIP, you have to become a VIP because we're doing the VIP holiday event. And if you are a VIP and you haven't submitted your ugly sweater picture yet, make sure that you do that. It's going to be awesome. You're going to get to hang out with Ho 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 Joe, me, Adrian, Ralph will be there, Jay will be there, I'm pretty sure Di will be there, Kiara will be there, Casey will be there. It'll be a lot of fun. So if you're not a VIP, become a VIP because it's only $99 and it's a one-time fee, and then you get to do fun streams with us.
$99 for life. Also,
for life. Yes.
Wait, hold on, let me put the link up. Can I announce this now? I feel like I should. Or should we wait for the VIP event?
You're already teasing stuff, so whatever. It's your show, Ralph. Go ahead.
We can wait for the VIP event.
No, just announce it.
Okay. So let us know in the comments on all. I don't know how many people are on right now, but we did decide on a location for the first VIP event next year. In April, I know it's going to be the weekend of April 22nd.
Oh, is it? We picked a weekend?
We're 99% April 20. It's actually April 23rd, which is a Saturday, but you'll come in the 22nd. The event will be from 10 to 6 on the 23rd. It's like a VIP convention in person. And then fly out either if you want to fly out Saturday night. I don't know why you'd leave Vegas Saturday night, because we will be holding a reception Friday, Saturday night.
You just said the location.
I did?
Yeah, you're like, we'll be leaving.
Did I say Vegas? So we're going to Las Vegas. We don't know what resort yet. It's between 3. So we're going to announce the resort and the activities, but it's going to be April 23rd. And if you're a VIP, you'll get 3 covers. Probably. Details still in the works.
Pick number 3, my lord.
3 covers from 3 artists who will all be in attendance at the VIP event.
Can we tease what artists will be there? We don't want to unveil yet.
Oh, wait. We're going to wait.
Okay.
You're not going to be disappointed in the artists. You're not going to be disappointed. Carrie, why aren't you going? So let us know what you think. If you're excited about Vegas with us in April. And we're still working out details. We'll have more soon. Everything should be finalized in the next 2-3 weeks.
Okay, so Ralph did an okay job selling you guys on this, but I'm going to do a better job selling you on this. First of all, you get to hang out with us the entire time. And between me and you, there's going to be a lot of fun girl stuff that we're going to be doing. And we're definitely going to get to talk about a lot of covers. You're going to get to have one-on-one conversations with a lot of people on the team and ask them your dire questions.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we're going to get to be in Vegas. I'm going to get to go running so we can do a running group together. Oh my God, we should do that.
You're selling it by telling people they have to run?
That's right, Daniel. Road trip. It's going to be so much fun. And Ralph will be there. Joe will be there. Jay will be there. I imagine Dave is going to be there. Adrian's going to be there. It's going to be a whole
We
crew.
have a few artists. I can't say who yet. It'll be fun, and it'll be way worth it. It's gonna just be a blast. We're at Vegas for a weekend.
But as we said before, if you guys can't make it to Vegas, we're still going to be doing our VIP event in Philly that will still take place sometime in late summer, early fall. So you'll get to hang out with us a lot.
Yeah. So come to the Philly one if you can't make the Vegas one, but go to the Vegas.
Maybe you want to come to both, because maybe both. Number one, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, so we all know that. But number two is that maybe there's an incentive reason as to why you should go to the West Coast and the East Coast. I don't know. Maybe there'll be something. I don't know. Connecting covers. I don't know. I won't say anything.
What are you trying to imply?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that there's a reason why you want to come and hang out with us. So Ralph really got me off tangent. On top of this, the Holiday Virtual Con will be taking place Thursday, December 9th and Thursday, December 10th. It's going to be a lot of fun because of the people who are not VIPs, but you should become a VIP, as we mentioned before, so that you can attend the VIP West Coast event and you won't miss out on any of the crazy stories that are going to take place. On top of that, the Holiday Con is going to be fun. We'll be giving out, more giveaways on top of some fun stuff that we'll be doing, on top of an opportunity to buy some pretty rare stuff. So make sure that you're there, because when you attend live streams, you have first access at that. First access, which is why you should attend live streams.
I think we're doing a comic book theater. I think so.
Are we?
Probably do a comic book theater that weekend.
Before that Tuesday, we're doing Game On Games and Comics. Will be our last retailer live stream of the year. Will be taking place December 7th at 4 p.m. Eastern. If you really want to give back this holiday season, 50% of all proceeds will go towards this incredible comic partner. And this has been, this is the time to feel thankful. I'm getting emotional thinking about it. Like, give back. This is going to be awesome. I love, what a great feeling that this comic shop is going to have on Christmas morning when they see that this wonderful check has arrived and has really helped out their store because of fantastic fans like you. On top of that, our next movie club will actually be taking place that following Friday, which I think is the 17th.
Mm-hmm. Sounds right. 17th.
The movie's Gremlins, right? Is it Silent Night, Deadly Night?
Whoa. Slow your roll. Silent Night, Deadly Night.
The movie should be Black Christmas, but whatever.
Thanks. Dave Wall's thankful for the Shan game. You guys never played the Pat. Maybe we'll play the Shan game in Vegas.
I see Michael's like, I don't trust myself in Vegas. We're gonna have a full fledged of activities planned for everybody, so nobody gets derailed in Vegas.
We'll hold you hostage so you don't go gamble.
But if you guys want to sneak away at 2 a.m. and play some sports bets, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
We're gonna have to overtake a craps table and play some craps. I want to roll some dice.
And why is David such a real one, man?
Look at David's cat face.
What a real one. Anyway, so this has been a fantastic episode of NCW. We're so glad that you could join us. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Go Cowboys. We hope you win.
No,
is anything
we're not
you'd
ending
like
on
to add?
Cowboys talk.
What?
We're not ending on Cowboys talk. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving and go Cowboys.